Yisra'el, or Ezekiel, chapters 18 and 19. And the word of Yehovah came to me, saying, What do you mean when you use this proverb concerning the land of Israel, saying, The fathers have eaten sour grapes, and the children's teeth are blunted? As I live, declares the Master Yehovah, you shall no longer use this proverb in Israel. See, all beings are mine. The being of the Father as well as the being of the Son is mine. The being that is sinning shall die. But if a man is righteous and shall do right ruling and righteousness, if he has not eaten on the mountains, nor lifted up his eyes to the idols of the house of Israel, nor defiled his neighbor's wife, nor come near a woman during her uncleanness, if he does not oppress anyone, does return to the debtor his pledge, does not commit robbery, does give his bread to the hungry, and covers the naked with a garment, if he does not lend on interest or take increase, turns back his hand from unrighteousness, executes right ruling in truth between man and man, if he walks in my laws, and he has guarded my right rulings in truth, he is righteous. He shall certainly live, declares the Master Yehovah. But if he has brought forth a son who is a robber or a shedder of blood, who does any of these, whereas he himself did not do any of these, that also he has eaten on the mountains or defiled his neighbor's wife, if he has oppressed the poor and needy, has committed robbery, he does not return a pledge, he's lifted up his eyes to the idols, or did abomination, if he's lent on interest or taken increase, shall he live? He shall not live. If he has done any of these abominations, he shall certainly die. His blood is upon him. But see, if he has brought forth a son who sees all the sins which his father has done, but he fears and does not do likewise, has not eaten on the mountains, has not lifted his eyes to the idols of the house of Israel, has not defiled his neighbor's wife, has not oppressed anyone, nor withheld a pledge, nor committed robbery, has given his bread to the hungry and covered the naked with a garment, turns back his hand from wronging the poor, and he has not taken interest or increase, has executed my right rulings and walked in my laws, he shall not die for the crookedness of his father. He shall certainly live. His father, because he used oppression, robbed his brother, and did what is not good among his people, see, he shall die for his crookedness. And you said, why should the son not bear the crookedness of the father? But the Son has done right ruling and righteousness and has guarded all my laws, and he does them. He shall certainly live. The being who sins shall die. The Son shall not bear the crookedness of the Father, nor the Father bear the crookedness of the Son. The righteousness of the righteous is upon himself, and the wrongness of the wrong is upon himself. But the wrong, if he turns from all his sins which he has done, and he shall guard all my laws, and shall certainly do right ruling and righteousness, he shall certainly live, he shall not die. All the transgressions which he has done shall not be remembered against him. In his righteousness that he has done, he shall live. Have I any pleasure in the death of the wrong, declares the Master Yehovah? Is it not that he should turn from his ways and live? But when a righteous one turns away from his righteousness and does unrighteousness according to all the abominations that the wrong one has done, shall he live? All his righteousness which he has done shall not be remembered. For his trespass which he has committed, and for his sin which he has committed, for them he shall die. And you said, the way of Yehovah is not right. Hear now, O house of Israel, is my way not right? Is not your ways that are not right. When a righteous one turns away from his righteousness and does unrighteousness and he dies in it, it's because of his unrighteousness which he's done that he dies. And when the wrong turns away from the wrong which he's done and he does right ruling and righteousness, he keeps himself alive. Because he sees and turns away from all the transgressions which he's done, he shall certainly live, he shall not die. The house of Israel have said, the way of Yehovah is not right. Are my ways not right, O house of Israel? Is it not your ways that are not right? Therefore I judge you, O house of Israel, everyone according to his ways, declares the Master Yehovah. Repent and turn back from all your transgressions, and let not crookedness be a stumbling block to you. Cast away from you all the transgressions by which you've transgressed, and make for yourselves a new heart and a new spirit. For why should you die, O house of Israel? For I have no pleasure in the death of one who dies, declares the Master Yehovah. So turn back and live. Chapter 19. And take up a lamentation for the leaders of Israel, and you shall say, what a lioness was your mother among the lions. She lay down among the lions. In the midst of the young lions, she reared her cubs. As she brought up one of her cubs, he became a young lion. And he learned to tear the prey. He devoured men. The nations heard of him. He was caught in their pit, and they brought him with chains to the land of Mitzrayim. When she saw, she waited, that her expectancy was lost, and she took another of her cubs and made him a young lion. And he went about among the nations and became a young lion, and he learned to tear the prey. He devoured men. And he knew their widows and laid waste to their cities, and the land and all who filled it was stunned by the noise of his roaring. Then nations set against him from the provinces on every side and spread their net over him. He was caught in their pit. And they put him in a cage in chains and brought him to the sovereign of Babel. They brought him in nets, so his roar was no longer heard on the mountains of Israel. Your mother was like a vine in your vineyard, planted by the waters, a bearer of fruit and branching because of the many waters. And she had strong rods for scepters of rulers, and her stature was exalted among the thick branches, and was seen in her height with the mass of its branches. But she was uprooted in wrath, she was cast down to the ground, and the east wind dried her fruit. Her strong rods were broken and withered, fire consumed them. And now she is planted in the wilderness in a dry and thirsty land, and fire went out from a rod of her branches. It devoured her fruit, so that she has no strong rod, a scepter to rule. This is a lament, and it shall be a lament.